everyone, I'm Anne and today I have my January wrap up for you guys. First of all, I want to say that since I depend on natural lighting, which I have said before, that it's not really light outside. Like, there are really dark grey clouds and it might start raining soon, so yeah, let's deal with it. I don't even believe how many books I've read this month. It's literally insane. I have read, let me check, 11 books this month. And I also had exams and I don't really know how I did this. The first book I've read this month is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. I gave this book 3.75 stars on Goodreads because I liked it, but I didn't love it. It is about a group of teenagers that are just normal and they live in a small town, and in that small town there are people who are the chosen ones. And obviously this group of teenagers is completely normal and they just deal with completely normal things, and that is basically what the book is about. Then I have read Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. This is the first book in a middle grade series about elves and I really liked it. I gave it 4 stars and yeah, it was a pretty good book. The third book I've read this month is Exile, also by Shannon Messenger, and this is the second book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, and I gave this book also 4 stars on Goodreads because it was really good, but not amazing, you know? The fourth book I've read is The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness. I took a break from the Keeper of the Lost Cities series to read this book because it had just came in the mail and I was extremely excited and I just needed to read it because I loved The Knife of Never Letting Go so much. And I obviously won't tell you anything of what this book is about because it is a sequel and that will just spoil everything, and yeah, I hate spoilers. I love this book just like I love The Knife of Never Letting Go, so I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads and I just really liked it very much. Then I've read A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. I ordered this at the same time as I ordered the rest of the Chaos Walking trilogy and I felt like reading something short, so I started this, as this is obviously not a really long book and it has illustrations in it which add to the story. Seriously, man, if I read this without the illustrations, it wouldn't have made such a huge impact on me, because I started crying when I was halfway and I didn't stop crying until maybe half an hour after I finished this book. It's just that intense, I guess that's the right word. It is a really beautiful book about a boy that has to deal with some really difficult things in his life. It is just one of the most important books I have ever read. So if you haven't read this book yet, go pick it up and read it because it is absolutely beautiful. Then I've read City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare, and I was already halfway in this book. And I started it last year in June, I guess, but I never finished it and I don't really know why. So I saw it on my shelves and I thought, let's just finish this book because it's quite a hefty book. But I finished it and I loved it so much. I cried at the end. I cry at every book, actually. Well, not every book, but lots of books. I'm a crier. Can't help it. Then I got back to the Keeper of the Lost City series and I read Everblaze, which is the third book in the series by Shannon Messenger, and I really liked this book. It was so fun and I think I like this book best in the series. Well, not entirely. The last book's also very... Anyway, I loved it very much and I gave this also 4 stars. The 8th book I read this month is Attachments by Rainbow Rowell, because I had it on my computer and I felt like reading a contemporary in the middle of all that fantasy I was reading. So I read it on my e-reader and I liked it very much, so I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. The 9th book I've read is Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delera. I don't really know how to pronounce her name because I just don't know how to pronounce names in general. But I don't know what I thought of this book. I gave it 2.5, 3 stars on Goodreads because I liked where the story was going. But the descriptions were really long and slow, and it fell in every YA trope I know, and the last few chapters were just a bit much. I think it should have ended a few chapters before the actual ending, because then it would be much better, because it just felt like it kept dragging on and on and on, and I got kind of bored by the end. But I did finish it, and I did kind of like it. The 10th book I've read is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab, and holy crap, this book messed with my head, man. Seriously, I loved it so much. This book is about this man named Kel, and he is a blood magician, and he can travel between different worlds, between different Londons to be exact. He also does some smuggling in this routine of traveling through different Londons, and one day he smuggles something that is a mistake, and he gets in some really bad trouble. And yeah, this book was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait for the sequel. Oh, by the way, what I found out is that V.E. Schwab has sold the rights for this book to be an actual TV show. Like, what? That's amazing. I need this to happen, and I saw on her Instagram that she is now writing the pilot, which is incredible. I need it in my life, yes. And then the last book I've read this month was Never Seen, and that is the 4th book in the Keeper of the Lost City series. And I kind of stopped halfway because I didn't exactly felt like going on. But then I did finish it, and the ending was amazing, so I ended up giving it 4 stars, because overall it was just great. And I am really looking forward to the 5th book, which is called Lodestar, and Shannon Messenger is right now writing it, and I just want to read it very, very badly. So that were all the books I've read this month. I think I did quite a good job, and I think I did not have enough sleep, but I don't really care. I just really like reading. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You can like this video if you like it, and you can subscribe to my channel, and I will leave my Goodreads and my Instagram and my Tumblr and other internet stuff down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!